Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Gear for Fit Pendulum Squat. I just picked it up not too long ago and I've had it for about 2 weeks now, so I've been using it on my leg days and I think it's time for me to give you a definitive review on the machine and whether I'm gonna keep it, which, spoiler alert, I am going to keep it. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on it and if I thought it was worth it. So, yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, right when we're jumping in here, the one thing I actually want to specifically say about this machine is that this thing is a freaking unit. And there's two sides to that. One, it is very, very sturdy. When I've been using it, I've not had it like move or like it doesn't feel cheap basically. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break anytime soon. This thing is really like commercial quality. Like you could find a quality machine like this in any gym. It's that freaking sturdy and big and it's awesome and I really like it for that. But a downside to that is that it is freaking massive. So if you are getting this machine for your home gym, definitely check the measurements on it because it is a absolute unit of a machine. It's very, very big. A lot of like squatting and leg machines are really big, so that might just have to be something you kind of have to compromise on. I know there are a lot of other smaller squatting machines, but they usually, when they are smaller, they lack the bulk and that, you know, that really commercial, robust feel that this machine definitely has. So definitely take that into consideration when you are buying this machine because it takes up a lot of freaking space. I'm quite fortunate. We actually found a pretty nice space for it right next to my squat rack. So it fits really nicely right there. The machine is coated in this like matte black paint and it is very good. It doesn't pick up any fingerprints or anything like that. It's not like high gloss or whatever. I think I prefer matte stuff just because it doesn't pick up fingerprints. It doesn't get as dirty and I just think it looks really slick. I did actually scratch the machine when I was trying to put it together with my dad because we like dropped the whole top part, and surprisingly wasn't too much damage on. There was a little scratch, but that's obviously not the company's fault. That's our fault. When we were setting it up, we accidentally dropped it, but it does seem very resistant to that stuff because it was a freaking big drop and it only left it with a tiny little mark. So definitely the build quality is definitely there. You can also adjust your foot position. There's the plate where you put your feet on when you squat. You can actually adjust the foot position on it, which is really nice to accommodate people of different heights and everything like that. You know, I'm a short king, only 5'5", where my dad, he's, 5'11", so when he squats, he needs to move the plate back like 3 settings or whatever. When I squat, I move it like forward 3 settings, so it's really good that they accommodate that. You can also rotate the angle of the plate, which is really nice too. So basically, it doesn't matter how you're built or like what kind of angle you want. You can pick and choose. So maybe one day you can have it further back if you want, or one day you can have it closer. Me, I kind of like it closer, and I also like to put my feet a little bit lower on the pad to get more knee flexion in with my quads. But sometimes, maybe I'll go a little higher if I want to work on my glutes. So it's a great machine to work on the quads and glutes for sure. Not as much so hamstrings, just because when you, I have a full video linked on do squats work your hamstrings. So some of you may feel your hamstrings on this. For me, I don't really. Definitely a quad and glute builder though. And something else with the machine that I will say is a slight negative is it is very, very difficult. This machine is gonna put your ego at the freaking door. It is incredibly hard in the stretched position. So when you go all the way down, so the bottom half is very, very difficult. Like in the demonstration I gave, I didn't even have any weight loaded up. It is very hard. Like the max amount of weight I've ever put on the back is 30 pounds. So it is definitely not a beginner machine. That is for sure, because it is very challenging. Now, one thing that they do have, which I also really like, is they have a counterbalance on the other side. So you can load on plates on the opposite side of the machine if it's too difficult. So I can imagine most beginners would probably be doing that, which I do really like. So it's accommodating people of like every fitness level, which I like. But the only thing is that when you put the plates on there, it really helps you in that stretch position, and that's where we want the most tension, hypertrophically speaking, is in that stretch position. So personally, I don't use any weight on the counterbalance, but if you are a beginner and you're getting into this, then I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's an option that exists, and it's a good one to help those beginners get that extra, push that they need. The safety on it is also very, very good. So you can adjust it by just pulling out the pin. And what I really like about this machine is it allows you to go so freaking deep. That's my one huge complaint with a lot of squatting and leg press machines, is that some of them are just poorly designed and they just don't allow you to get as deep as other machines. And we know that full range, getting in that stretch position, very important for muscle growth, and most machines don't allow you to do that, but this one absolutely does. So there's many different safety settings depending on your height. I personally put it on the lowest setting because I like to just go all the way down there. I have incredible flexibility, I guess you could say, in my hips and my knees and stuff like that, so I can go all the way down and it works phenomenally. And the way you unrack the weight, which I also really like, is you have a handle and you just rotate it like this, and that will allow you to start the movement and everything else like that. It can also it also houses some plates, so you can put some plate storages on the side. So all in all, this thing is a freaking beast of a machine. Absolutely my favorite. I gotta be honest, it is literally my favorite leg machine I have ever used in my life. And I've used quite a few leg machines before, like for quads, glutes, and hamstrings and whatever. But this thing, if I could pick one squatting machine to have in my home gym, this one would definitely be it. Now, it does come at a expensive price of, you might want to cover your ears for this, $2,500. But just wait a minute. They do have a cheaper offering. I don't have the exact price on it in my mind right now, but the only difference is that you can't adjust the angle and the position of that plate at the bottom where you put your feet on. So it is a fixed plate. So that's the only downside. It is significantly cheaper though. So maybe, so the one thing I will say about that is you should probably go try it in person then, to make sure the angle and the how far back it is or forward it is good for you. Because if it's not, then you might want to upgrade to this one. Now, because me and my dad both work out down here and we're both of different heights and stuff like that, it makes sense for us to get the one where the plate shifts forward and back so it can accommodate for our different heights and stuff. So it is a very costly machine, but I can confidently say you guys will be getting your money's worth, and your quads are not going to like you after you do a couple sets on there. They're going to freaking hate you. But in return, you're going to get some massive freaking legs from this machine. So yeah, the only downsides I would say about this machine is very expensive. It is very, very big. But apart from that, it is, oh, and also kind of that it's a little harder for beginners, but they do have that counterbalance, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. But overall, definitely, I would say a 9.5 out of 10. If I had to rate this machine out of 10, it is just so freaking good, and I can't wait. So many more leg days to come with this baddie. So if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Let me know if you guys want me to review any more machines, because I got, the whole home gym here. I got quite a few machines that I could review. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that. Gear for Fit is the company that makes this machine. Absolutely unbelievable, great machine. That's it. That's pretty much it. And so, yeah, I will see you in the next one.